What's the deal, everybody? Today we're on part 2 of our 2-part series going over a full breakdown of a real estate video edit in Davinci Resolve. Part 1, we talked about the layout and some general tips and tricks along the way, including audio splicing, so you should check that out first before watching this video, since this is a part 2 and that was part 1. But if you know everything there is to know about laying out in Davinci Resolve and all you care about is the color and delivery aspect, then this video is for you. But before we advance, I should give you some knowledge that is crucial. In my previous videos, I have done one specifically on the color space transform node, and I'm going to put that right up here. In that video, I break down color, I break down saving this color tree node and using it in future editing to speed up your workflow. In this video, I will be doing exactly that, using all of that information that I've previously given you and speeding up the workflow. So if you don't know anything about colors or the word node confuses you, I highly recommend watching that video first, because it will break down some crucial knowledge you'll need for the rest of this video. And I don't feel like, if you're a loyal subscriber and watcher, I should subject that to you 2 times in a row. All that being said, let's get into it. All right, just like last time, there's nothing to it but to do it. So let's just jump right in. This should look familiar to you because this is the layout I did last time. Now it's time to get into the color of it all. So we're going to go on down here to the color panel, click it on over just like that. Now, if you've watched any of my old videos, which I'm sure you have by this point, you know that I'm a big proponent of creating things, saving them so you can use them later and speed up your workflow. And that's why this whole process is going to be much shorter than my layout process, believe it or not. This is usually the part that takes people more time. This takes me a little less time. And it's simply because I have a lot of things pre-made. So all of my clips are here, as you can see, and these are all of my gallery of stills of color grades that I've taken before. So this is what we're going to rock on right now. So it's going to be very, very simple. I'm going to click it and it's going to steal this grade just like that. Now I'm going to come over here and start adjusting my primaries. Bring up the gamma. I'm literally just stretching it out. Bring up the gain a little bit. And it looks to be a tiny bit green. So there we go. Click on the sharpen, on to the next one. See that one? I stole from my Air 2S aerial base grade. That's what that is. That's what I put it on here. Now I'm using my GH5S. So GH5S, EBG, exterior base grade. Steal this grade, and this is where we'll start from. So the log, this is adjusting with the colors. Add a little bit of contrast here. Go to the primaries. Bring down the gain a little. There we go. And the very last thing I do is go through and do all of my sharpening and all that. As you can see, when I click on here, I already have these layers made, and I show you how to do that in my previous videos, but they are not on yet because I don't want them taxing my system until need be. Now we're going into the first interior clip. Just like as before, I will go find my interior base grade right here. Boom. So the first thing I'm gonna do, grab my log. I'm gonna come over here and grab my color. Make sure all the colors are accurate. Now I can go onto my primaries tab, start grading from my primaries. Now I'm using the color space transform method. So if you use that, then you know what it's about. And if you don't, there are other ways to do it. But if you watch my old videos where I do not use the color space transform node, then you will notice my editing is a little bit different. And it's all just because of that color space transform node. Now what I've done is I've edited this one main grade, right? This is basically it right here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to take everything else that I have in here, select them all just like that. And just like before, I'm going to hover over this and press down my center wheel, and it's going to steal that grade for everything. Now you'll notice that grade doesn't work in every room. And I'll tell you why. Traditionally, when I edit this very first image, walking in and opening the door, it tends to be a little bit brighter and whiter than everything else in the house. Or should I say, it gets its own special kind of grade. So we'll go to the second shot, and this is really where we'll steal the rest of the house from. So go back to log, and just like before, we will steal the color from an appropriate place. A little too blue for me. Let's try that again. Let's come over here. There we go. Look at those colors. Almost perfect. Come on over here. And as you can see from everything over here, everything's looking all right. Let's bring up the gamma, bring down the lift, bring down our highlights just a little bit. Then we'll come back over here. We'll bring up the shadows and down the darks, because that's how I always do it with color space transform. And look how much different that looks in a matter of seconds. So you see what this looks like? I'm going to steal this grade. See what this looks like? I'm going to steal this grade. As a matter of fact, I'm going to select everything and steal that grade. Make it super easy. Now, this does make it easy, but you should still go through clip by clip, looking at them, because see, as you can see right here, this needs just a little extra pump up because it was a darker area of the house. So a lot of these may need a little extra pump here and there, but generally speaking, you steal the grade from the whole house once and you are done. Bring this gain down a little bit. This is a little too blue because of that outside light. So we'll come back over to log, because log is where I'm doing all the actual color work. There we go. Too blue, definitely. We'll come grab this and there we go. Steal that color. Oh, why did I do that? This is what I was trying to do. There we go. This looks good. Looks good. Too blue. So just like before, we'll come over here. Steal that. There we go. This room still looks a little blue to me, so I'm actually going to add a little yellow. There we go. Same for there. Scroll on over. Now this is too blue, but once again, I bet if I take this, look at that. Changes everything right away. Now, bathrooms are tricky places. A lot of times, especially in half bath, there's those fluorescent lights. I like to steal my color personally from the toilet. The toilet seat is usually the place that's in between when it comes to the light spectrums coming in through the open door, the light that they have above the shower, and the light above the actual vanity itself. I find the toilet to be the best place to grab that color from. Here's a little bit green, so we'll steal a color from somewhere here too. Whoa, that's definitely not the right color. So a lot of times you'll have this issue where you can't really actually steal a color. So just come down here just as before and just add, there we go. That's a little bit better right there. There we go. There we go. This one, we're going to steal this color because it's too blue again. Here's another bathroom like I was talking about. Look how crazy that color looks, but it's very easy to deal with. Grab that right from the toilet again, just like before, right from the toilet. That seems to be the best place. That one's a little too strong, so we will try from under the sink instead. Still too strong, but you know what we can do? Just as before. There we go. Back to the exteriors. Now I can come all the way up here since I've already done this exterior base grade and steal it from there. And lastly, we have got the exterior drone. And since I've already edited that, we can steal that as well. There we go. And just like that, we are actually already done grading all of this. If we go back through and watch it, you can see that everything's going to look good. I keep everything on quarter screen when I'm going at it, so that way everything stays. Let's see. This looks a little bit different than this. It's a little too pink, right? Let's give it a little bit. Go back to the log mode. And nope. There we go. Much better. This one still looks a little green. There we go. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through and do all of my stabilization. But if you saw any of my previous videos, once again, when I built these out, I built stabilization into them. So if I just go on over here to the stabilize part, wait, how do they change this? Is it this? Here we go. Now with the new update, they change a lot of these little nodes and notes. But as you can see, as I go to stabilize, it's already set to similarity. It's already set to 1 smoothness and 0.25 cropping ratio. If you've seen my past videos where I talk about stabilization, you know this is exactly what I'm looking for. It's already built into all of these because look, if you look at my drone, it's not built into it because that is done individually. See how my smoothing is less, my cropping ratio, everything for the drone is a little bit different. Everything for the ground camera and gimbal is the same. So since I already have all this set up, all I'm going to have to do is literally go through and click and go. Stabilize, 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 all the way through. It has all of the settings that I already like perfectly built into it. So once I get to the end of all these stabilizations, I will literally be done with the video. It will be time to export it. So as I said, this is a real-time edit, so I'm not going to skip any of these stabilization parts. I'm just going to keep talking as I continue to stabilize everything. But you could see how quickly this is operating. I've already done all of my grading. I've done everything for the film except for this last little part, and this is only going to take a few moments. That's how quick and easy it is to color grade when you set yourself up for success. When you do everything in advance, or just the very first time. Ooh, looking at this, it looks like it might actually be a little too cool still. There we go. There we go. That's much better. Back to the stabilize option. Keep on stabilize. And if you're wondering if you've stabilized the clip yet, see how there's nothing down here? And they have the lines. The lines are the actual movements that the camera is making. So if you see these lines, you have already stabilized that one and you can keep going. So I've stabilized a whole lot of this already. Keep going, keep going. Wonder why that's black in the beginning. Let's see what's going on. Wonder why that's happening. There we go. It was just some glitch. Zero surprise. This room looks like it could be a little bit brighter, actually. Let's do... There we go. Keep on stabilizing. We're almost done. Look at that, everyone. We're so close to the finish line. You made it all with me. We did all of this together. This is obviously going to be the longest stabilization because it's the longest pull away clip. And just like that, everything is done. The very last thing I would do is I will come over here and I will actually add my agents in screen. So remove all of this stuff. There we go. And I keep all of my agent in screens basically made and in a separate folder. So if I come over here again to timelines, you will see I've got specialty agencies that I work with all the time. And then I also have a generalized in. This is for agents that I just do work for occasionally and don't create videos for that often. So I'll pull this on down into where here. There we go. And just like that, I will go into this one and change my agents' names. As you can see, this is everything from here. Very simple to do. So now that we're done with everything, we will take the very last final step, and that is to go back through all of these that I've already stabilized and everything. And now what I'm going to do is just turn on all of my denoise and sharpen layers that I previously mentioned, but I did not really point out. That's what all of these D-ends and sharp at the top are that are turned off. So I'm just going to go through and turn them all on before I go to deliver. Delivery is obviously the last process because That is what takes all of these fancy things that you've done to this amazing video you've created and allows them to actually be done in the video. So as soon as I'm done with all this, we will go right on over to the delivery tab. Now I do denoise and sharpen on everything on the inside of the house personally. Not everyone does that. Ooh, look at this. This has no contrast. Let's pump some contrast into this guy. And you can tell right here, and you can tell from right there how kind of like soft it looks. Whoa, that is not what I wanted to do. I just wanted a little bit of contrast. There we go. Much better. A little bit of contrast. And now that we're outside, I don't have to worry about the denoise and sharpen. Over to the deliver tab we go. And originally I would pick this YouTube option, but that one seems to always fail me. So I will not be picking that one. I always whenever I do videos for agents, I deliver a branded and an unbranded version because the MLS does not allow branding on it. Look at this. This actually looks a little dark. Let's bring this up just a little bit. There we go. Much better. Back to delivery. So I name it down here. I export as QuickTime because I had issues exporting as H.264 or MP4, should I say. I kept having issues trying to actually put this out as an MP4. So when I leave it as a QuickTime, I seem to not have any of those issues at all. And let's put a little bit of a fade on this too. Here we go, delivering it. And resolution, I always deliver on HD because none of my agents use the 4K. I shoot everything in 4K, but I don't deliver it in 4K because honestly, agents don't really need the 4K. Like they're all going on YouTube. They're all being watched on their phones. That's it. Add to render queue. That will put it over here into your job ready to be rendered. Then just press the render button and watch the magic begin. There we go. That's everything, folks. This is a complete color grade from start to finish from me. So I hope this was helpful, informative. If you liked what you saw, if you have any questions, comments, or concern, please leave them down below. And as always, keep rocking and rolling, enjoy what you're doing, and check us out next time.